Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2021 NIDA Vision, and on behalf of all of the faculty and staff of Empowered to Conquer, we want to thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Hannah Jackson, and I am an alumni from the Limitless Groups of 2020. I believe that my generation is destined for greatness. I believe that we are world changers. We are the ones who will find that cure for that deadly illness, the ones who will bring justice where there is none, the ones who can even lower the level of poverty in this world. I believe that God has put a huge purpose in our lives, and all we need is just the guidance. But there are not that many kids that believe that. They don't believe that they can change their circumstances or that they can impact anyone's life. It's because they don't have the guidance. They feel as though they're a plant withering with no purpose and just to make up space. So instead, they go to the world to see who they are, and the world tells them that they're useless, unworthy of blessings, and unimportant. I used to feel the same way. I used to believe that I wasn't meant to do anything big or impactful, or life wasn't even worth living. But that was until I met people that, like the withering plant I was, watered me and they nurtured me to become the woman of God that you see today. A woman of God who stands in her purpose, and a woman of God who makes beautiful things out of the chaos that the world throws at her. And it's because of the people and volunteers of Empowered to Conquer that you see this woman today. Now I am a freshman at Birmingham Southern College, majoring in theater, the study that I love the most. And it's because of the people from Empowered to Conquer who are obedient to God's purpose for their life, were able to impact me, and now I can impact others wherever I go. I believe that there are so many kids out there like me that just need the guidance and the God-given purpose to know that they are worth it and they are worth more than anything that the world can tell them. So, who's going to be that for them? If not you or me, then who?
We are so excited that each of you would take time out of your day to join us in this special night for Empowered to Conquer. I'm Sarah Snyder. I'm a news anchor at ABC 3340, and I have the honor of spending the evening with you. Empowered to Conquer is an incredible organization offering opportunities and mentoring to students who might not have that support otherwise. Because a mentor invested in me during my high school and my college years, I'm here today pursuing a career that is beyond my wildest dreams. The wonderful men and women of Empowered to Conquer are changing lives, which in turn changes our communities for the better. Tonight, we will hear from testimonies from students and community members to inform you about the great work this organization does all across Alabama. Our goal tonight is to raise money to ensure that this work continues. You'll see prompts and you'll be given directions throughout the night on exactly how you can join the movement of helping students achieve their limitless potential. We are excited now to welcome some current and former ETC student participants. They'll be sharing their experiences with Empowered to Conquer with us and what this past year has been like for them. Please welcome Olivia, CJ, Caleb, and Jalen.
Hey, my name is Caleb Otis, and I'm 17 and I go to Hoover High School.
Hi, my name is CJ. I am 19 and I go to Lawson State Community College.
Hi, I'm Olivia. I'm 18 and I go to Central High School.
Well, ETC for me is more like a family. When I first met Brittany and Glenise, I'm not sure if they remember this, but I met them in 2014. They had an event at Christ City Center, and I believe it was one of their retreats. And I remember wanting to be involved because they looked like they were having a lot of fun. That was the only reason then. But when I met them in 2016, they spoke at my school, and they gave me the impression that, you know, they weren't people who were doing something just to get recognition. They were doing good just because they could. And I believe it's impacted me the most because now I just want to do good just because I can.
Being a part of Limitless Groups, it definitely made me feel welcomed and like I was a part of something. They never failed to always get themselves out there and make everybody feel like they were a part of something.
Adding on to what Olivia said, being a part of the Limitless group kind of just made me feel welcomed. Every time we did something, it wasn't just like a normal like homework assignment. I was like ready to get to work and like ready to like better myself.
So when I was in 9th grade, I was in my second semester of 9th grade, and I had only met Brittany maybe 3 times. And the 3rd time I saw her, I said, hey, when I graduate, I'm going to be a volunteer at E2C, and I want you to be waiting at the end of the stage with a t-shirt. So that's what they did. You know, I graduated high school, and Glenise came and forgot to get my shirt out the car, which I still don't have, but, you know, I'm a volunteer. I love the work that they do, you know? It's fulfilling to not expect anything back.
School online has definitely not been something that I wanted to do. It's definitely been challenging, and it's a lot harder because you can't just raise your hand and talk to somebody. You know, you have to email them or text them and then wait for them to get back to you, and it's a lot more challenging because you're basically teaching yourself.
Yeah, doing school online, it's just really hard because I'm a huge procrastinator. So I like to wait to the last moment to do stuff, and that just doesn't go well with online schooling. And I also can't really learn well just being in a home environment. It's kind of hard to like get to work on school stuff just being at home, so it's just really difficult.
Limitless groups during the pandemic, they were definitely there when I needed them, whether or not they texted me first or I texted them. It was always good to know that somebody was there even during the pandemic when it felt like everything was going downhill.
Yeah, same here. It was just really nice to have Limitless group to just rely on in case I need any extra help, because like Olivia said earlier, you can't just like raise your hand and ask a teacher, so Limitless group came in clutch.
Okay, so my first Limitless retreat was by far the best because I remember being so excited about going because it was just like right next door to my house and I couldn't wait, so I decided to go right then and there. I was there like with everybody else helping set up. Before anybody came in to participate, I was helping set up the games, the food. And I remember during the whole thing from setup to takedown, I felt this sense of peace. Just being around people who were just, you know, light-spirited, you know, an honest sense of happiness. Yeah, I think that retreat was the best because I stayed from dawn till dusk, you know. it was really fun. The best thing about it was there were only like 7 of us who were participating, but Brittany and Glenise and Ivory and Jennifer, they still put in 100%, you know. Just even if it was just 7 or if it was 100, they put in 100% to make sure that we got the full experience. Now most people would expect me to say Glenise or Jasmine because those were my 2 people. They were the people that I wanted to stick by 100% of the time. But the person who made the biggest impact on me was Bryson. She was always herself, unapologetically, and even now when I see her updating on Facebook, she's still unapologetically herself. She walks firm with God, you know, and whoever she's with, she lets them know, you know, my faith is strong. God is my father and I look to him. And she's also this big goofy weirdo, you know, and she owns it. I love that, you know. That's who would be the number 1 person who had an impact on me.
I wouldn't say there was one specific one. Brittany, she's always been there. I was in Limitless group since probably my 10th grade year, and so we did it during Reach, during the school, and she was definitely a person that stood out. She was, you know, always there to introduce herself and, you know, make sure you were welcome and stuff like that, so I'd probably have to say Brittany.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really like just narrow it down to one person. I feel like everybody that's like helped me, like every teacher is just kind of the same, you know. They're all welcoming and just helpful. Just can't really narrow it down to one.
So I'll tell you about mentoring. My personal experience with mentoring is that it helps because it's more like it's like group therapy with peers. They teach you that you're already successful. That's one of Brittany's biggest things. You look in the mirror, you tell yourself you're already successful. Okay, because once you say, okay, I'm already successful, how can I be more successful? And then I asked her one day, I said, hey, why do you say that I'm already successful? I haven't done anything to be successful. She said, well, you're in 10th grade, are you not? You're passing all your classes, are you not? You make it to Limitless groups, do you not? You're working hard to get a better future, do you not? And I told her, yes. She said, that is what success is. That is what success is always going to be. Success is nonstop work. Success is not a picture, And I think that's the most important lesson that I've ever learned from Brittany, that success is not a picture, an image that you make inside your head or that you see on Instagram or Facebook. Success is working nonstop. It's the things that you don't see behind closed doors, It's the tears, it's the pain, it's the building yourself up, It's the praying to God when you have nothing left.
We are so excited to hear from some of our ETC students. It has been amazing to see what they have become, and we look so forward to the mark they will leave in this world. We are so proud of them, and seeing them energizes us to continue to do the work that we do. We are grateful for our individual donors as well as our corporate heroes because they help fuel what we do at Empowered to Conquer.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nick, and I serve as the Community Resource Director for Empowered to Conquer.
And I'm Rachel. I have the privilege to serve as the Development Director.
So you've had a chance to hear from our stellar students. Now Rachel and I want to introduce you to some of our favorite people, volunteers and community partners who have invested their money and time in serving our students.
First, we have Warren and Elisa Alston, who alongside other program coordinators and volunteers have led the Limitless Mentoring Program at Bessemer City High School. Check it out.
So people ask us from time to time why we volunteer with Empower to Conquer, and for us the answer is pretty simple. We believe it's the right thing to do. We believe we're called to invest in youth, and this is a great program where we get the opportunity to do that.
Exactly. We believe that the students are our future. They're our next nurses, our teachers, our policemen, our leaders, and it's just important because ETC believes in promoting education. It's important that we volunteer and give them our time.
Yeah, and through this program, we've had the opportunity to see several students that came into it, probably didn't have a whole lot of hope of going on and continuing their education, and now they're both in college, and have an opportunity to live out their dreams, and that's special to see that. And hopefully what we will see is those students at some point return to the mentoring program and reinvest.
Exactly. And mentoring the girls, it's about establishing relationships with them, and I have a chance to spend time in the sessions with them, encourage them, listen to them, and support them in school or in the goals that they're set for their lives.
And it's been exciting for us just to see the excitement in the young adults, to see them realize they do have hope and their future can be better, and that's what this is all about.
We are so grateful for Warren and Elisa Alston. Next, I want to introduce you to Pastor Matthew Reams and Miss Donna Calhoun. Just as for many of you, 2020 challenged us in ways we couldn't imagine. Well, for the students of Coosa County, this challenge included a lack of food as school doors closed due to the pandemic. Together with Pastor Reams, Mr. and Miss Calhoun, and a host of Coosa County business and community members, we were able to spearhead a 9-week-long lunch program serving more than 4,500 lunches to students. Pastor Reams and Miss Donna are here to share how this experience impacted the students of Coosa County.
This is Matthew Reams, owner of the Triple R Cafe and the pastor at Sardis Baptist Church. I just wanted to take just a moment to share with you my experience with Empowered to Conquer. Had an opportunity to partner with Empowered to Conquer last year, right at the beginning of the pandemic. got a phone call from Brittany Hogan asking if we would be interested in helping to provide free meals for the children here in Coosa County since the schools were closed and while they were going to be home in the middle of this pandemic. So we took that opportunity. We had the blessing to be able to provide those meals. Brittany was willing to head this up and to organize it, and the impact that it made here in Coosa County to provide meals for the kids was absolutely incredible. As a matter of fact, the community support that came behind it, everybody saw what was going on, and they were willing to get behind it too, because it was a difference that was being made. I chose to partner with Empower to Conquer because the vision that they share and the vision that I share are the same. We're teaching kids that they don't have to settle. They can keep pushing through, and they can be something, and they can do that through Jesus Christ. They don't have to settle for the standards that the world has to offer. They can have a godly, biblical standard, and they can still be empowered, and that they can be successful in this life. I thank you so much for the privilege it was to partner with Empower to Conquer, and I look forward to working with them many more years to come. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Donna Simmons Calhoun. My husband and I, Edward, own a business here in Goodwater, located in the great county of Coosa County, called Ed's On Main. During the 2020 COVID pandemic, Empower to Conquer, Triple R Cafe, and Ed's partnered to keep the students a hot lunch daily. Together, the three of us fed over 100 students every day. Thank you, Empower to Conquer, for the idea. Thank you for us doing the footwork. Also, Empower to Conquer gives out a scholarship to many schools. 2011 was the first year that they gave out their scholarship. My daughter, who is a 2011 graduate of Coosa Central High School and a 2015 graduate of the University of Montevallo, received their very first $500 scholarship. Thank you, Empower to Conquer. Because of you and many other giving people and grateful hearts, Deonica is a very successful elementary educator in the school system of Alexander City, and for that we are grateful. We need people like you, and we are grateful to have you. Thank you. God bless you, and I pray over all of your lives that God will guide, and I know that He's gonna provide.
Last but not least, we are grateful to serve the students of Birmingham City, Bessemer City, and Coosa County schools. This impact would not be possible without the hard work of their counselors and school administration. Miss Little is here to discuss how she feels Limitless Groups has impacted her students at Parker High School in Birmingham, Alabama.
The connection between community and the school setting is very important. This has been found to be even more so true during this pandemic. Through the Limitless Groups, the students at Parker High School have been able to still be connected with the community in a virtual setting. This has been our first year participating with the Limitless Group, and the exposure has been phenomenal. I'm so excited about the connection and the partnership with Empower to Conquer that will develop even in the coming school years. Our students have enjoyed the lessons, they've enjoyed the partnership, and they've enjoyed the curriculum with the program as a whole. And for this, we are truly grateful.
As you can see, our programs are only made possible with the valuable support of the community. Tonight you'll hear even more from our supporters and some of the leaders who invest in the lives of students and the difference their investment has made.
But we would like to invite you to join us in empowering students to reach their limitless potential. Text EMPOWERED now to 474747 or go to empowered2c.org to sponsor a student tonight. Checks or your completed donation card can also be mailed to the address on the screen.
Tonight we have heard from students, volunteers, and partners who have helped make ETC possible. However, none of this would be possible without the valuable financial support of our donors. I would like to introduce you to one who has made an incredible impact, Dr. Cameron Vowell. Dr. Vowell has been an impactful leader in the city of Birmingham for decades. As a founding member of the Women's Fund, the Alabama Women's Initiative, and Alabama Solution, her leadership and philanthropic support has been transformational. In addition to her heart for women, she believes in investing in children, providing the necessary foundation for the change needed in our communities. She has invested her time and her talent as a board member for nonprofits, catalyzing change across the state of Alabama. Her investment in Empowered to Conquer has propelled the mission forward, and she is here now to tell you why this investment means so much to her. Introducing Dr. Cameron Vowell.
Cameron, thank you so much for joining us for this virtual Night of Vision. We're so excited that you all have joined us for this event. It's special to us. It's incredibly special. And Cameron, you're special to us because you have invested in our students for quite a while now. And I'm just honored that you would allow us to come into your home and to talk to you about this.
Well, you're welcome to everything in my head.
Thank you. So I really just want everybody to kind of get to know you. I think the introduction that they just heard was awesome, but I think to really hear your heart, first of all, about the community and the work that you've done in the community. You've been such an advocate in so many different areas. Will you tell us a little bit about that and the heart that you have for the community?
I grew up in a community working family.
Okay.
My mother was involved with the Community Foundation and with the United Way and the Junior League, and my dad was a volunteer all over town. I got involved as a young teen with candy stripers at Children's Hospital.
Okay.
I don't know if they still have candy stripers.
Yeah.
But I started that actually when I was 16. So I could drive myself down there.
Okay.
And I felt so grown up.
Yeah, independent.
And it was just wonderful. Community work has really expanded my mind. When I went off to college, I was involved with blood drives. When I came back from college, I got involved with the environmental groups here, with GASP.
Okay.
And we were very successful in getting a good air pollution bill passed and had so much fun. Since I've been back as a grown-up, I have, and with 2 degrees, I've gotten involved with the United Way and with the Women's Fund. I helped found the Women's Fund, and the environmental movement has always been close to my heart. GASP and the Nature Conservancy and Red Mountain Park, all of those nonprofits have been very rewarding to me to be involved.
Yeah. And I think it's fantastic because it takes all of us. It takes all of us to make sure that our communities flourish. It takes all of us to make sure our communities are prosperous. And so I know that in addition to all of those causes, that you are passionate also about students. And when I met you 2 years ago, you just kind of jumped on board. You were like, how can I help? What do you need? That kind of a attitude, which I so graciously appreciate. And so I guess talk a little bit about why our mission of developing faith, promoting education, and building relationships stuck out to you. Why are you passionate about investing in Empowered to Conquer?
Well, I was in a lot of leadership programs, and I saw the need for people with experience working with collaborative groups who were willing to take on a project and accomplish great things.
Right.
Birmingham has never needed leaders more.
Yeah.
The future is going to be determined by what kind of leaders you produce.
That's right. That's exactly right.
It really is. And the skills that you are teaching, the collaborative work, the relationships, the leadership skills, and bringing faith into it will just make them so much stronger.
Yeah.
So I love the mission of training leaders, training faith and the role of faith in their work in the community and their relationships with each other. I know that your generation and your daughter's generation are going to do things very differently from the way my generation did it.
Yeah.
And I can't even envision what that is.
Yeah.
But I know that if people can step out from their comfort zone and work with each other, they can get so much done.
That's
so exciting.
That's so powerful, and you're exactly right. And I think if we can do it, like you said, together, right? Together, and understand. I love that you said understanding that our students' generation and thereafter is going to be different. So the way that they do things is going to be different, but it's so important for us as adults to invest in them so that they know that they can do it. And so Cameron, can you talk a little bit about why you feel like it's so important to you that you invested? Why was that important to you, and why you think everybody else should do the same?
Well, I think that it's really important to do.
Yeah.
You need resources. These kids need resources. And you do an awful lot with very little money. And I want you to have lots more money, and so you can spread your vision and your work further. I know you want to work down in Calera, and I'm all for that. I really am. But all those people at home who are just sitting there enjoying watching this can participate.
Yes,
and one
that's
of
right.
the reasons they can do it is they can write a check and help you expand your vision and your reach.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Cameron. Thank you for having us here. And we hope that you all will join us in investing in the future. So thank you so much. Thank you, Cameron.
Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vowell. Next, we'll hear from Brittany Hogan, the founder and executive director of this incredible organization. Brittany is passionate about eradicating hopelessness in the hearts of students, and she and her team are committed to empowering students to live out their God-given purposes. Brittany will share now with you her heart for students and the goals your investment can achieve.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Hi, my name is Brittany Hogan, and I founded Empowered to Conquer 11 years ago with a simple desire to ensure students had the support they needed to fulfill their God-given purpose. Our mission is to develop faith, promote education, and build relationships among students, and it is incredibly close to my heart. Growing up, I was fortunate to have an amazing support system, but as I committed my life to Christ and endeavored to make better decisions, I struggled with maintaining the peer support I so desperately needed. So I started this organization because of the last two words of our mission: among students. I believe students need resources in every area we offer, but it is imperative that they do it with like-minded peers, and we are committed to not only empowering them with support, but teaching them how to rely on each other as they excel. So many times, students, particularly underserved minority students, see opportunities but don't see them as attainable. Over the last 11 years, thousands of students have discovered that their limitless potential is actually possible. It is our goal to not just help them realize that it's possible, but to resource them with all the support they need to make it a reality. This year specifically, we have unique goals that can truly catapult our ability to empower students toward their futures. Over the past year, we all have endured some of the most traumatic experiences ever. From a pandemic to social justice issues, economic downturns, and more. But we as adults have not been the only ones impacted. Students have experienced the same situations while adapting to distance learning, a loss of peer support, and extracurricular outlets. This has impacted their confidence, mental health stability, and motivation for the future. Anxiety, depression, and suicide rates are truly skyrocketing. Our students need us to support them in more ways than ever before and as fast as possible. Our goal is to broaden our support system by reintroducing in-person limitless groups and limitless mentoring sessions when it's safe, while still maintaining all the software needed to offer virtual options. You may wonder why we are still trying to offer virtual options. Well, this pandemic has shown us the impact we can make providing resources at their fingertips, and we want to continue to do this. In addition, until we are able to offer in-person sessions, our virtual platforms give us a chance to support students with very few limitations. Our second goal is to transition our part-time staff to full-time by December 2022. We have had the chance to serve students in Jefferson, Shelby, and Coosa counties, but we realize the need for resources and hope to realize potential is a deficit so many areas of Alabama face. We currently have requests from 3 more schools that we would love to say yes to, but aren't able to due to lack of capacity. Our 3-person part-time staff and volunteers work long hours to make the impact you've heard about possible, and we want to make it more profound. Tonight, we're asking you to join us in empowering students to truly live out their God-given purposes. With a foundation of faith and academic and relational support, students can truly achieve their goals of becoming entrepreneurs, engineers, the president, or whatever they can envision. So tonight, I want to plead with you to see students through the eyes of the future. What future do you envision for your community, for your state, for your country? Whatever that is, I want to invite you to help make that future possible by investing in students. Our team of amazing volunteers and staff are ready to do our part. Join us by sponsoring students and serving as a volunteer. Let's be the village that makes purpose possible. Thank you so much for joining us for this very different annual Night of Vision. To close the night, Misha Emmett will share with you one more time how you can get connected. Remember, we can't do this without you. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, I'm Misha Emmett, a proud member of the Empowered to Conquer Board of Directors. Thank you for joining us for a Night of Vision. Although we're unable to gather in person this year, we appreciate your presence for this virtual event. As you've heard, Empowered to Conquer has made significant strides over the past 11 years, and we've still got big plans in store for the future. Our goals include expanding our programming through the use of a hybrid model that includes both virtual and in-person gatherings for our youth participants, as well as transitioning our hardworking volunteer staff into full-time paid employees. None of this is possible without your support. A gift of $32 a month not only sponsors a student participant for 1 year, but it also affirms your commitment to our shared belief of each individual living out their God-given purpose. To give, you can complete your donation card that you received in the mail, or you can text EMPOWERED to 474747. You can also donate online at empowered2c.org. Any support is greatly appreciated and will move us closer to our goal of $20,000 from tonight's event. Thank you for your continued belief in our students and our organization. May purpose continue to prevail.
Thank you so much for taking time to learn about Empowered to Conquer. This incredible organization is truly making an impact in the lives of so many young people. And after hearing about all of ETC's inspiring work, we believe that you too may want to be involved. So you can donate by texting the word EMPOWERED to 474747, or mail a check to the address you see on your screen, or visit empowered2c.org and then click to donate. It has been my privilege to be with you this evening. Your time and your investment are greatly appreciated. Have a great night, everyone.